Hi, my name is Eliana Stein, and I'm a freshman in the online portion of the Intro to Psychology class. When I looked at this project, I thought about what a hero is. To me, I think it's about who you are and not what you have. And the best way, I think, to explain this is to talk about the unsung heroes of our society. I think about being a good, productive person of society and how you try to better the world and better others. And I know for me, it's based on my major. So I'm an English major, and all my life I've wanted to grow up and be a teacher. When I think about the teachers I've had as a kid, I think about people who have inspired me and who have been really good heroes because they teach me about more than just the academics. It's more about the knowledge. But it wasn't until the past year that I fully understood this and why I wanted to be a teacher. And to me, teaching is about not just imparting academic knowledge, but imparting life lessons on the students. It's about meeting each student where they are, no matter the stage of life that they're in, and supporting them in and out of class and in and out of the classroom setting. I also think every child is reachable and that everyone can thrive in the class based on empathy and based on caring for your students. And so for me, a lot of my heroes have been teachers that have supported me and cared for me and, just pushed me in a good way to better society and to better myself, both in knowledge and in learning how to care about the world. And teaching kids to look beyond themselves is something that I think is really important. And to me, my biggest hero in the teaching world has been my mom. She's a third grade teacher at the local elementary school in my hometown in Kansas City. And she does a really good job of teaching her kids how to look beyond themselves and look to see how they can help other people who are less fortunate or who also just can impart wisdom back to them. And so something they do every year that I think is really cool, that shows an act of heroism, whether it's noticed or not, is they go down and go to something called the Grand Avenue Temple, which is a women's shelter for homeless people. And the kids will go and bring food, and they serve all the women dinner once a week, and once a month they write them cards and letters of encouragement. And I've gone with them in the past back when I lived at home, and to see the smiles on these women's faces when these kids were serving them meals was just incredible. It's something that you don't think about. It's the everyday things, little moments like that that make people heroes. So here these third graders are trying to do heroic acts for these women that can't support themselves. And I think when my mom sees that and sees how just impacted these women are based on these kids who have no idea what they're doing really, I think it's another act of heroism, because she is teaching these kids how to care about others and to put good feelings and good positive emotions out into the world, which is something that's really hard to learn in a classroom setting. So I think that's really cool. My mom is also a hero on a global level as a teacher. Every year we organize something called Pajama Palooza, which is an organization that you can pay, kids in the Kansas City area can pay, or the parents will care for the kids to go and spend a night at our school, at my mom's school, and they go and watch movies and play games, and it's run by a bunch of volunteers. And I've gone and volunteered for my mom. And we just play games with the kids and teach them about lesser homes and places in Nairobi, Africa. And then once all the money is raised, which this last year was $15,000, my mom and two of her coworkers will go to Nairobi, Kenya, and help support this school. So the project is called Hope Kenya, and basically it's a preschool setting, but in Africa, a preschool is just a lesser school for kids who can't afford the real schooling that they need. And so they go and they support the children there and kind of help run things and set things up. And so not only is my mom being a hero by teaching the kids in Kansas City how to care for the world, but she goes out into the other countries and teaches them both about academia and about life back in America, and also different ways that they can better their community. So these kids in Africa are also working with my mom to dig wells and to plant trees and bettering the earth and bettering the world. And being as a teacher and teaching all these kids from all over the world how to care about each other, I think that's an act of heroism. A lot of times we feel really down in society just with all the problems that just are always ongoing. And so I have a lot of respect for the teachers that care about their kids beyond their subject matter and beyond the knowledge that they're learning to pass the class. And my mom, I definitely think, is a really good, strong example of it. I have a lot of respect for teachers that also go beyond academic responsibilities and go out of their way to teach their kids and to care about their kids, because that's what it is. And I think that's what makes teachers the unsung heroes of our society. This is the type of teacher I hope to be in my career, and I hope to be able to be a hero to my students and see my students impacting the world, and they'll be heroes to me too.